Do you blow dry your dog's hair? Does it need to be? Do you need it? Let me tell you. But before we start, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. And hit the bell so you'll see more uploads coming from me. Ruff, ruff, ruff! Blow drying your dog's hair is safe. Yes, not only is it safe to blow dry your pet, it's also really important both to prevent the dog from getting hot spots or acute moist dermatitis and creating unsightly cowlicks. The goal is not to dry the hair completely, but rather prepare it for more effective blow drying. Drying your pooch hair too much can make it very brittle, leading to hair damage. Blow drying your pet until its coat is all the way bone dry will make it look like it's best. There are 3 ways to blow dry a dog. According to the wikipedia.com, after washing your dog, it is natural that you'll try to dry them off as well. You can use a towel or let them air dry. However, a hair dryer will complete the job in the shortest time with the least fuss. Purchase a pet-safe dryer and then familiarize yourself with using it. When you dry your dog, you'll want to move quickly, engaging both of your hands to expose the undercoat to air. Offer praise and treats as you finish up. According to the wikihow.com, there are 3 methods to follow on how to blow dry a dog. Method 1 of 3. Choosing the right dryer. Number 1. Consider a fluff dryer. This type of dryer sits on a stand and can be used for hands-free drying. You can hook up attachment to the base and this will allow you to target the airflow to certain areas of your dog's body. They also use adjustable heat, which you can change via a knob on the dryer base. This is a good choice if you want to move quickly through the process or the drying process while being cautious of your dog's face and other sensitive areas. Number 2. Consider a force dryer. This is a dryer that uses shear force to remove water from your dog's coat. Placing the nozzle close to your dog's skin will allow the air to push the water off and away. These dryers sound like a lot to handle, but they do not use a heating element, which takes some of the challenge away. This is a good choice if you want the quickest option without the risk of burning. Number 3. Consider a cage or cabinet dryer. This type of dryer pushes a low airflow stream into an animal's cage. It has variable heat and speed settings, although the highest airflow setting is still quite a bit less than a force dryer. This is a good idea if your dog is a bit skittish or nervous during the grooming process. It is also a less stressful way to dry off dogs with a medical condition. Number 4. Look for a strong CFM rating. The CFM rating tells you the number of cubic feet of air that the dryer will push out per minute. The CFM can be found on the outside of the dryer box or in the online listing materials. You'll want a high CFW, especially if you plan on grooming a dog with a thicker or longer coat. Number 5. Comparison shop for brands. There are many dryer options available for both professional and home users. Go online to grooming websites and read reviews and examine rankings. Look for those models that test high in both usability and durability. In many cases, you can find a solid dryer for less than $100. Number 6. Think about buying a warranty. Drying a dog can sometimes be a bit chaotic, especially early on. Getting a warranty can protect you in the event that you accidentally drop the main dryer or if your dog chews on the dryer hose. Balance out risk versus reward when making your decisions. Method 2 of 3. Completing the drying process. Number 1. Towel dry first. After your dog is finished bathing, get a large dry towel and gently soak up the water. It is best to place the towel over your dog's fur and then press and squeeze different sections of the fur to remove water from the surface and undercoat. Think of it almost like applying a fluffy squeegee to your dog. Number 2. Turn your dryer to the proper setting. If the heat is adjustable, start at a warm setting and monitor your dog's reaction. If needed, you can always turn it down to cool. For the speed, it is best to begin at a slow speed to keep your dog relaxed. Number 3. Start by blow drying the hind area. Burst of air to the face can startle even the calmest dog. Instead, aim your blow dry toward the rear of your dog. This feeling is less scary and can almost resemble a relaxing massage, if done carefully and calmly. Number 4. Stay in motion. Make progress drying your dog from the hindquarters and moving up towards the neck and face area. Keep your dryer nozzle in constant motion so that you avoid concentrating hot or cool air in any one spot. Staying moving will also allow you to flap up the fur, speeding up the drying process as well. Number 5. Use the cool button sparingly. If you use the cool setting, make sure that the room is reasonably warm. Otherwise, you run the risk of giving your dog a cold as they sit in a chilly room, getting cold air blow on them. The cool button is best used as quick measure against overheating. Number 6. Skim your hands through the fur. Start by moving your hands against the grain of the fur as this will help to expose the undercoat for drying. Keep one hand free to comb through the hair as the other one guides the nozzle. When you are almost finished drying, do a quick once over with your hands, combing with the grain to smooth down the fur. Number 7. You will also want to use your free hand to guide long hair in the direction of the airflow. This will prevent the hair from spinning around and creating heavy whip knots. Number 8. Leave their coat slightly damp. You are finished with the drying process when you can run your hand over your dog's coat and only get slightly wet. If you continue to dry your dog, then you will risk damaging the hair and making it brittle. Number 9. Comb and style. After your dog is good and dry, you can run through their coat with a thicker brush or a fine-tooth comb. If you want a long, parted look, it is best if you start right behind their nose and then comb your way backwards and along their spine. A quick spritz with conditioner will hold many styles in place, at least temporarily. Method 3 of 3. Creating a good experience for your dog. Number 1. Get your dog used to the dryer. As with any potentially scary object, it is best if you introduce the dryer slowly. Lay the dryer on the ground, turn off, and let your dog approach it. Give him treats and praise after each inspection. After a while, turn the dryer on and face the nozzle, away from your dog. Let him approach and inspect it once more, again following with treats. Number 2. Monitor the temperature. Anytime that the dryer is on, Make sure to keep an eye on the temperature. You want to be particularly concerned about the heat and any possible burns, although the cold can prove uncomfortable as well. Too high of a temp can even cause overheating or a skin rash. Number 3. Blow in short increments if necessary. With a skittish or anxious dog, it may be best to draw out the drying process. Try to cover about 25% of the coat at a time before taking a quick break. Use these breaks as an opportunity to praise your dog. Keep going until the process is done. Over time, hopefully you can cut out these short breaks entirely. Number 4. Provide ample treats and encouragement. From start to finish, make sure to give out healthy treats to your dog to encourage their continued good behavior. Recognize that it may be difficult for them to stand still to be dried. Also, provide verbal and physical praise as well. Number 5. Avoid the sensitive areas. It is important to place your dog's safety and comfort over your desire to dry them perfectly. Always hand or air dry the areas directly around your dog's eyes, nose, and mouth. Shooting a stream of air into this area may be quite painful otherwise. It is best to also let the genitals air dry as well. Now, let's talk about people also ask. Does blow drying a dog help with shedding? After rinsing thoroughly, a first air dryer is used to blast out the loosened undercoat and dead hair. Nothing can completely stop shedding, but this treatment can provide up to a 60% reduction in the amount of hair shed. The de-shedding treatment can be done as often as you like. Blowing out your dog's undercoat will prevent huge clumps of undercoat falling and shedding as well as the undercoat and hair shedding together. This is the time of year your dog will shed more than normal. A good blowout can help prevent this. Is it bad to use a blow dryer on a dog? Human hair dryers may seem like a good idea, but can actually harm your pet. Dogs have thinner skin than humans and run the risk of being burned if the temperature is set too high. When blow drying your pet's coat, it is important to use a dryer specifically designed for dogs with lower heat. Can I let my dog's fur air dry? Usually, air drying is not recommended because it can cause fungus growth in between the paw pads or under the armpit, and can also cause more serious problems like an ear infection. If a dog with long hair or an undercoat is left to air dry, it may cause matting of the fur and other skin problems like hot spots.